Hello there, welcome to a quick demonstration on how to use Excel quick analysis tool for data analysis purposes. Now, a quick analysis tool in Excel is really a handy feature that can really help you quickly analyze and format your data. Because many times when you are faced with some data and we have no idea where we can actually begin to do some analysis, it's always a challenge, right? Unless if you've actually gained some experience before, you've analyzed some data before using Excel, right? Or you have got a clear understanding of what it is that you actually want to do with the data itself. So quick analysis tool help you get started because it gives you some ideas of how you can actually look at your data and how you can actually begin to do some basic analysis of it. Right, so now how do we activate the quick analysis tool? Right, the quickest way is to use the Control Q on your keyboard. But of course, you have to make sure that your pointer is inside the data somewhere. So you Control Q and you see it opens up a dialog box down here. Okay, before I proceed with that, the alternative method would be to select the data set. And after selecting it, on the bottom right hand corner, you'll see there's an icon that pops up. If you click on it, once again, it opens up this dialog box. Okay, so then before you know it, it's actually already showing you what is it that you want to do with this particular data. If it's to do with formatting, you can actually hover your pointer on any one of these options, and it can actually begin to show you on the data itself what sort of formatting it's actually going to do, right? So in this particular case, it's kind of showing us some data bars. What about using some color scales, right? Again, it's then you can actually decide whether that's the kind of formatting you want to do. Icon set greater than certain text contains, right? So again, it's actually for the purpose of filtering your data. And of course, if you wanted to clear the formatting and so forth, right? So formatting alone will give you a wide range of things that you can actually do. So at least it gives you a starting point, and then that way you can actually decide whether you want to do any one of those things. Now, the alternative way of looking at it, maybe you want to think about charts. So you're thinking of what type of charts should I actually create, right? So here it begins with the line chart. And if you hover your point on it, automatically it shows you how it's going to look like. Maybe you want the cluster column, or you want this type of clustered column. So it's actually giving you a variety of options that you can actually use. For example, if you want to do to chart the data itself. And then of course, you do also have some more charts. So at least as you can see, it gives you starting point, and then you can actually begin to think of what else do you want to do. Now, many times you may say, well, I really want to think of how I can actually do some totals on my data, whether it's actually adding everything up, or I want to find averages, or I want to do some counts. Once again, it gives you a visual experience so that you can actually begin to see whether you want any one of those. Of course, you can always clean them up. Once you've decided on which one, is it the running total, is just want to add the sum, right, which is also another function that's actually available, in Excel for the purpose of adding up a range of values. And of course, you've got an arrow that's pointing to the right, which means there's one more option available. In this particular case, it's actually a running total. Right, so that's for totals. Then of course, tables. Again, you're also able to create a table so that you have more functionality with your data in terms of sorting it, formatting it, filtering it, and so forth. Right, and of course, you can also have a variety of choices about creating pivot tables that is summarizing the data, and gives you a variety of options or formats that you can actually use. And then you can actually hover on those and see which one is of preference to you. Then you just click on it, and once you've done that, for example, if we're going to click on this one here, automatically you can see it has actually generated a pivot table for us. Okay, and then of course we can begin to see if we can customize that a little bit more, add more information, or remove some of the information, and pretty much opens up the pivot table screen so that you can do any additional work that you wish to. All right, so I can undo that. I can undo that too. All right. Okay. Now that I've come back here, I need to go back to Control Q, because remember that I was actually on tables. All right. And then, of course, finally, sparklines. That is, if you want it to be a little more colorful, where you can have, a variety of presentations that may make sense to you. All right. So in this case, it looks like this is kind of in the way. And at times you may want to get it out of the way. Make sure that your pointer is in there. And of course, you want to activate Control Q. And when it sparklines, and then you can actually begin to see, you can see on the column E there, it's actually showing you how it's actually doing some formatting. So you can find something that is of interest to you and then play around. So again, you can see that the real reason why Quick Analysis tool can really come in handy is because it gives you a starting point in cases where you have no idea, where you can actually begin to either format the data, create charts, do totals or tables, sparklines, etc., etc. So again, once again, very good tool, a cool tool that you'd expect that it should be accessible from the ribbons here, but at the moment it's not. So that's why a shortcut can really come in handy, the Control Q, or selecting the data range and then activating the toolbar, or that that icon that shows up there. All right. That's all I have for you. I hope you like this video. And again, share the video and like the video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and bye for now.